Hey guys, Ashley with Techno Buffalo here. We are doing a hands-on of the newest T-Mobile Windows Phone 8 flagship, the Lumia 925. Let's check it out. All right, so here it is, the Nokia Lumia 925 for T-Mobile. Obviously, the very first thing you're going to notice that's different about this particular Lumia is that it has an aluminum lining all around the corner, all around the sides, everywhere. It's really beautiful, and it's got white polycarbonate in the back. That's a matte white polycarbonate, so very difficult to put some fingerprints on that. Big fan there. The speakers in the back here, if we want to get close on this, have these little nubs that allow you to not have to set this flush on a table. So if you do have this screen side up and you have your speakerphone on, this will enable you to get a little bit more projection out of your speakers coming from the bottom of the device and on the back. We got an 8.7 megapixel Carl Zeiss lens. This one actually has a 6th lens as opposed to its brethren. I guess I'll call them the Lumia 920 triplets because I do have a Lumia 920 and a 928 here. This one has a 6th lens. It doesn't have a xenon flash like the 928, so two things that are a little bit different. It's a give and a take on each one of those. On the top of the device, we have our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Our bane of my existence, micro USB port on the top of the device, which I'm not a huge fan of, but to each their own. Some of you don't care. And of course, our SIM tray slot. So there's our door and our little keyhole right there. On the 925, we have the exact same processor as the 928 and the 920. We have a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. So you're going to get that same snappy speed, responsiveness in Windows Phone 8 that you would on either of those two devices. So if you're on T-Mobile and you're worried you're getting the short end of the stick in terms of processing speed, you're not compared to the 920 or the 928. You get the same, which is really nice of Nokia to hook us up with that. You get the same 1 gigabyte of RAM, so again, same responsiveness, same speed, and you get the same screen size. This is the exact same screen as the 928, but almost the same screen as the 920, so I'll tell you the difference. This is a 1280 by 768 screen. It's 4.5 inches, just like the other two phones, but the only difference between this phone and the 920 is that this phone and the 928, there's a lot of 920 and then an X after that. So the 925 and the 928 have AMOLED displays, and the 920 actually has an IPS LCD. So it's just a little bit different. These two are, the AMOLED ones are pentile, just so you guys know if that means anything to you. Some of you will care about such things, some of you will not. Storage-wise, you're going to get a little bit of the short end of the stick on this particular phone. You end up with 16 gigs of memory. Now, 16 gigs starting, which means when you get really down to it, you only have about 12 gigabytes free once the phone is set up. So you have to have all that space for Windows Phone 8 and everything else. However, just so you know, you do get 7 gigabytes of SkyDrive free, so you don't have to worry too much about it. You get a little bit of extra space, but if you're really in an area where you need offline storage for your music or movies or anything else, this may not be the phone for you. Beyond that, same 2,000 milliamp battery that the other two devices have. Unfortunately, no wireless charging, but let me show you why. Look at how fat the 920 is compared to the 925. This one has wireless charging on board. The 925 does not. If you're desperate for wireless charging, that's okay. You can get a case that snaps onto the back of this and will allow your 925 to charge wirelessly. Beyond that, there's only a couple more things. This is by far the lightest of the Lumia 920 lineup, the 920 triplets. The 925 clocks in at 139 grams. The very lovely 928 clocks in at 162 grams, so quite a bit heavier. And of course, the 920, the AT&T Lumia 920 clocks in at the heaviest by far at 185 grams. So positively chunky by comparison. Now, last but not least, let's check out Nokia apps. I want to show you guys this. They, of course, have all of their proprietary apps here to help you transition away from anything like Google Maps, for example. So Nokia has some great stuff like Here City Lens, Here Drive Plus, which would be your navigation, Here Maps, Here Transit, and the like. So they also have a Creative Studio, and the camera is also very, very good. Really great stuff happening here. If you're a big fan of Windows Phone, I highly recommend it. So far, so good. We'll have even more in our review. I'll give you the full rundown of my thoughts and opinions on the 925. But if you have any questions, any opinions, any comments, drop them down below in the comments for me. I will read them. I will answer your questions as best I can in the review. And I will see you in the next video. This has been the Lumia 925 Hands-On.
What's up everyone, John here. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I certainly hope you did. Click on the subscribe button right under me in my pants region to get tons more tech videos from Techno Buffalo. We've got awesome unboxings, comparisons, reviews, recaps, and everything else you can think of in the tech world right here on the channel. Join the herd today! If you want to check out some more content, just click right over this way to see some other recent videos. See you guys next time.